Hello everyone. Well, we're back to another episode, sorry. And if you hear any background noise, I'm on my exercise machine. So I'm sorry if you hear any background noises. Sorry, I'm just yawning real quick. But yeah. This is attempt 2. I misclicked 3 minutes into this thing, and well, yay. But on a serious note, I will tell ya. Well, Deku's in high school, and well, you know those entry ceremonies where the kids with the highest grade give their speeches. So Deku was the highest score, so he gets to do a speech. And to let you guys know, so Bakugo, Kirishima, Kendo, Mina, Jiro, and Monoma, or Monichi, is with him. Basically, his whole entire friend group. They're not in the same classes, except for Monichi and Deku, and Mina and Kirishima, Jiro, and Bakugo. And Kendo is in a class alone. And well, that should make a lot of things easier on me anyway. Or harder, I don't know. English is hard. Okay, so we skipped the ceremony. He gives an epic speech saying, we're all here for something, 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 blah, blah, blah. And just skip that. I don't really want to go through that, because I'm just pulling stuff out of my mind. Okay, well. Sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning. I just started exercising. Well. Okay, there we go. So basically, we're in the first year of high school, and if you forgot what Deku looks like, this is what Deku looks like. You have to maybe pause the video to see it, but I'm too lazy to go back right now. Well, I'm just excusing myself. Let's get back to what if, sorry. Okay, let's get back to the what if. So, Deku goes to his class, and he introduces, basically, people. The teacher says, alright class, this is your first year. Introduce yourselves and say one thing you like and one thing you hate. And, well, I'm gonna use Bakugo's term, extras. So, after that, Monoma comes up and says, my name is Monoma Michi. And my quirk is copy. And Izuku is next to her, so my name is Midoriya Izuku. Okay, my name is Midoriya Izuku. And my quirk is Soul Barrier. My quirk is Soul Barrier, and I like hanging out with my friends, but if you hurt my friends, and he basically, hold on, give me a second, he basically goes from this, to baby, to bastard real quick. Sorry if it's just it's just a word, can't hurt no one. But it scares everyone else in the room, even the teacher. And Monoma says, Monoma. Michi says, Izuku, calm down. And he says, and he just turns away, just basically, just thinks. And people see how Izuku reacted, so they say, they're thinking in their head all simultaneously, except for the teacher. He's just getting itchy back for some reason. If you don't recognize that joke anywhere, you haven't watched enough anime. Well, okay, so, sorry if you hear any noise, I'm in the basement, so I can't change that. Well, so, well, Izuku changed from baby to bad guy real quick, saying, if you hurt my friends, I'll hurt you, basically. And Nichi was... Oh, sorry, I'm backtracking, sorry. Wrong thing. But yeah. After that happened, people saw how Izuku was reacting, and said, in their minds anyway, and whispering to other people, are they a thing? Or does Midoriya have a crush on her? They're pretty close if Miss Monoma was, calling, not Miss Monoma, but Monoma was calling, Midoriya by his first name. And people agree with that, so they try not to get on his bad side. The teacher basically has it's the same teacher from Canon, basically. The one that knocks Izuku's, and with that trackable hand or something like that. It's basically everyone in his class, but change Bakugo with, Monoma. Or Monichi. Okay. And when people basically usually see those two. Okay, first off, let me cut back to something else happening in another room. And this is what Bakugo says. Because you guys all want to know what Bakugo says. Of course, who wouldn't want to know who's the murder explosion king, I think, or explosion murder king, or king murder explosion, one of those three, or ground zero, was how his classmates were taking it. As soon as Bakugo steps in, he says, and he looks around for Deku, because when Deku's around, he acts all kind and nice, but and more himself, he's more open, but when he's around new people, he acts arrogant. So, basically, same old Bakugo, but different area. You understand? And, well, Kendo is the same thing, but she's saying, if you treat me like a boy, if you treat me like a girl, you're going to get punched. Sorry about that. My little sister came down. And if you hear any crunching, I'm eating a snack real quick so I don't starve. Not like I'm starving, but it's just a phrase, sorry. So, like I was trying to say before, hold on. Well, sorry about that. My little sister went to go and get my grandmom to tell on me. Okay, but on a serious note, we will, okay, so basically after the introductions, we're going to do a time skip, just skip 1 month, and we cut to Bakugo teasing Deku about his crush on Monichin. No, sorry. Mochi-chan. So, was it Mochi-chan or Monoma Mochi-chan? Yeah, it was Mochi-chan. Mochi-chan. Or it was. Give me a second. Brain. Monichi. Sorry. I had to rewatch the video to see what I called her. So Monichi. So Bakugo is basically teasing Deku, basically saying, "Aw, are you going to have a barrier copy or a soul copy?" Basically making fun of the future children that is going to make. Not future, but maybe children. And while Deku is being teased by Bakugo, Kirishima is over there, hanging out with, Monichi. And those two are talking, and, well, can you guess what happens again? Izuku is popular again, so he gets another fan club. When you hear that noise, you know I'm hating this idea, but the way he acts, I can see why girls would like it, but yeah. But, and his friends that are the other girls that like him, the main ones, anyway, all of them are together. Mina, Jiro, and Kendo. And all of them are just thinking to themselves, and I'm not going to say anything yet, but they're just talking, and just talking about Izuku. Sorry, my cat's down here and is looking for something. So if I don't talk, I'm just watching my cat to make sure she does not hurt the kittens. Yeah, well, after that, not after that, but while Kirishima and Kirishima and Monichi was talking, while they were talking, while they were talking, he was saying, well, Manishi, do you have a crush on anyone? And she says, no, not anyone at this time, but I do have, maybe some eyes on Zuko. And okay? Sorry about that. My cat, Shadow, just attacked one of the kittens by the neck. And I tapped her on the head and she scratched my hand, so ow. It's like a scratch between your finger. Ow. Bad. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Bad. Sorry. Yeah. When Kirishima asked that, he says, no. She says, no. Well, I do have eyes for Midoriya, but not like a crush. I just look up to him because he has a strong quirk. And like I said before, Midoriya wouldn't like to date a person like me anyway. Yeah. Like I was trying to say before I got interrupted. Sorry about that. Well, let's get to it. Well, before I say anything, okay, sorry, brain function, well, okay, Manishi just says, yeah, I just have eyes for, not eyes, but, not his eyes exactly, but I look up to him because of his quirk, nothing else. Besides, he wouldn't like a girl like me anyway. And Kirishima says, don't say that. I'm sure he likes you. Not romantically, but likes you as a friend. Trying to keep Midoriya's secret. And Manichi says, well, it was nice talking to you, but I have to go to the girls and talk to them about something. Let me guess. Izuku? Bingo. Besides, if I ever did ask out Izuku, the girls would have my throat. There. No, Kirishima says, yeah, I can see how that, would be an issue. Especially Mina, with acid and all. Understandable? And he says, yeah, got it. And, well, Kirishima walks over to Izuku and places his hand on Izuku's shoulder, and Bakugo says, oh. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry about that inconvenient cut. I was trying to hit the pause button, but I got scared to hit the stop recording button. I'm sorry. But let's get back into it. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah. So Izuku Kirishima would put his hand on Izuku's shoulder and said, dude, I have good news. She admires you for your strength and your quirk, but she thinks you're not into her, dude. And, well, that shocks Izuku, and we cut over to the girls that have a crush on Izuku, and Monichi is trying to solve out their problems and says who's going to get the first point. So who's going to get the first point in this race to win Izuku's heart? And they say, well, it's going to be me, of course. All three of them say. And they all look at each other. Okay, so let's start with home base. Have any of you asked him out on a date? No. They all look away and blush. Well, I can show you some pointers if you want me to. I'm not that interested in Midoriya anyway, but if you want me to, I can show, well, how to flirt, and you can maybe flirt with him. It would probably go over him, seeing how he's not that keen, but they say, but would that mean you get the first point? Oh, please. He wouldn't like me anyway. I just admire him for his strength. Even if he did ask me out, I would probably refuse him. I would just say, I like you, like your strength, but that's all. Nothing else. So, he's all yours. In reality, in her mind, she's saying, well, I do kinda like him. Like a small bit, but not that much. I wouldn't want to hurt my friend's feelings. Besides, he wouldn't date me anyway. He's out of my league anyway. And, well, we cut back to real life, and, well, then we cut over to Bakugo saying, oh, dude, she's okay, give me a second. And Bakugo says, well, if you like her that much, why don't you just ask her out? He's putting his hand behind his back, saying, well, it's harder than you think. You tried to ask out your crush, he says. Plus, you had more dating experience than I have. And Bakugo says, true, but it's still fun to make fun of you. At least I can make fun of you for this. And Bakugo says, yeah, at least I can make fun of you for this. And maybe anything else you don't want me to know. And that would embarrass you. And he says, fine. I'll ask her next month. If that's okay with you. And, well, they say, sure. But they say, if you don't, I know one of your classmates who has a crush on her, and I can just tell her that you have a crush on her, and that guy would probably gladly take her from you. I know a person in my class anyway, who has a crush on her. Bakugo says. And as soon as Bakugo says that, you can feel bloodlust. Bakugo feels bloodlust and anger towards that one, basically, at him. And Bakugo says, I'm just kidding. Basically, he's basically pooping his pants. Basically, I'm just kidding, Izuku. I'm just kidding. Well, after that, it would be, well, yeah. So, meanwhile, while that was happening, Monmo was saying, you guys don't have a lot of dating experience, do you? They say, no, we don't have any at all. And Monmo's just saying, wait, what? You don't have any? Oh my god. Have you ever been asked out? They say, no. I can understand Kendo because I was with her for half of elementary, but Mina and Jiro, why? And Kendo says, hey, what is that supposed to mean? And Monichi just looks up at her and says, well, you're a tomboy. Like it or not a lot of boys would date a tomboy. Unless they would be flirted with and would be a bottom. But I don't see Midoriya as a bottom. And for anyone who gets that reference, bravo on you. You lost your V card. But all jokes aside, but yeah. I just have to throw that in there. So, maybe not. Who knows? Remember, this is a 2 ships. So basically, I will tell you right now, it is Deku X Monoma, or Monichi, in this case, and X someone else, or someone's, or more than one, what I was trying to say. It's more than one people ship with Deku in this, but I'm not saying who, I'm not saying how many. And well, when they okay, Monichi says, well, I have a type of agreement because you haven't basically dated anyone. Just take my example. I'll flirt with him for 1 month. No, sorry. When Deku asked Monichi out, he's more confident because Monichi has been flirting with him. That's how the story's going to go right now. And, well, Bakugo and Kirishima are a bit surprised at this. But nothing more, nothing less. Just surprised and shocked. So more. Ugh. Okay, so it's going to be... Okay. Well, after that would be... Yeah, so basically... Yeah, so basically, Monoma says... No, Monichi, sorry. Brain malfunctions a lot. Monichi says, well, if you don't... How about this? I'll flirt with him. so you guys can get example for 2 months. How about that? And after that, it's all up to you. I won't be helping you guys anymore. It will be fair game after that. Is that all done? Is that all fair? And they say, fair. So they are basically taking out what Deku does when he sees basically a hero battle. They start mumbling. Of course. But not mumbling in their out loud, but they're just mumbling in their head. And just thinking basically and writing down notes and stuff like that. How to flirt with someone, basically. How to flirt 101. And if you don't know how to flirt, you better leave now. Or if you do want to learn how to flirt, just keep watching. You will understand. And so, we cut back over to Bakugo and says, 6 o'clock, Monishi's coming. And, basically, he gets all blushed up, basically, saying, Monichi? And just turns around with just a smile and saying, yo, hey Monishi, what's up? And this is when Bakugo or Kirishima is shocked. And Monishi says, is it just me, or did you get hotter? I know these are cheesy, so just roll with it. And Izuku basically was not expecting that. So he says, and just passes out. And Bakugo says, Izuku! And because if your crush flirts with you, saying that you're hot, and then passes out afterwards. Okay, like I was trying to say, if your crush flirts with you, and you don't pass out afterwards, you're playing it safe, or you don't have a crush on them. At all. Okay. And after that, Izuku is taken to the infirmary, and Monishi was actually surprised that Izuku actually fainted, and Bakugo says, well, sorry Monishi, but that actually took me and Kirishima, and I think even Deku, and it took, no, he did not say Deku, but he said Izuku. I think you kind of broke him when you said he got more, when you said, did you get more hotter? And I think he passed out from the embarrassment. You know how he is when it comes to, basically, our friend group does not usually compliment him, so he's usually not he's not ready for a compliment. When he usually is, or in your case, maybe a flirt? But Kirishima said you. And Bakugo's confused and says, but you told me that you don't. No. He says, Kirishima. Monishi says, well, that's a secret for me to know, but you guys do not. And well, Bakugo says, okay, I'm just going to take Izuku to the infirmary. Because they were at lunch when this happened, so he kind of hit his head on the table. So he kind of knocked himself out on accident, but he passed out. So he kind of double knocked himself out. That's That's funny to me, anyway. So basically, you pass out and you hit your head on the table, and so basically, it would take about like 10 minutes for you to wake up. Then you actually accidentally hit your head on that. There's a bump between your neck and your head. If you reach behind your head and feel, there's usually a bump there. And if you hit someone in the back of the head right there, for me anyway, it hurts. It hurts. So basically, imagine that on a basically one of those tables. It's more like a yeah, it's a metal table basically. Hits against your skull. Izuku has been training his bones, but in his arms and legs, not his head. Because he does not want to jiggle his brain, or rattle his brain, sorry. But, after that, Bakugo takes him to the nurse's office, and, well, the nurse says, "What happened? He usually doesn't come here." Well, his crush flirted with him, and, well, we were at lunch, and, well, you can see the result. He did not expect it, so he passed out, and he hit his head. So he's double passed out. The nurse says, I can understand why he would react that way, but it's Izuku Midori that we're talking about here. The person who rejects everyone. Izuku already made a name for himself, basically. Basically, made a name for himself as, basically, the person, if you confess to him, he's gonna reject you flat out. He had that in elementary, middle, and now in high school. And it's only been 3 months. It's only been 3 months since he came to high school. So it's on the 4th month now. And next month will be 5 months. So, and, well, we're going to skip a little bit until Izuku wakes up, and Monoma's there, basically, saying, "Izuku, are you okay? You kind of, passed out on us, and you hit your head on the table, so you kind of, double passed out, I think?" She says. Yeah, and he says, "Minichi, I was taken off guard when you complimented me." And he's rubbing his back of his head, basically, and he's looking to the side, saying, "I did not expect that from you. I would expect that from other girls, but not people in our friend group," he says, chuckling. And Michi says, "Well, there is a reason for that, but I'll keep that to myself, if you don't mind." And Izuku says, "Okay, but was it a dare, or..." "I won't tell." And so basically she has her, like, a hush, basically saying, "I won't tell," kind of look. And, well, Izuku says, "But what time is it?" He gets up. He was still laying down. Not laying down, but he got out of the bed. Okay? The medical bed. And she says, "Well, you hit your head on a metal table. I expect you to wake up a lot sooner, but Let me guess, you did not iron bone train your head? Yeah, I did not want to rattle my skull. The brain inside my skull, he says. Yeah, I can kind of understand why. So, she says, so, are you maybe free? And he says, yeah, but what for? The girls are basically, like, it's basically outside the nurse's office and listening in on the conversation. And listening in. And, well, she says, well, it was, well, she does not say, well, are you free? But she does not say that, so scratch that. She says, well, it was kind of, she forces a blush. And the girls see that. And says, is she falling for him? It was kind of, cute. The way that you reacted. Mizuki says, why are you... Has a quirk affected you? This isn't like you. But, thank you for the compliment, anyway. He's rubbing, he has one hand behind his neck and saying, well, thank you. Well, do you know what time it is, anyway? Well, yes, I do, but you've been out all school day. He says, what? Mom's going to kill me, Izuku says. Well, Monichi says, well, if your mom's gonna kill you, at least you're going to have more fun with me instead. No, she does not say that. She says, well, if your mom's gonna kill you, might as well get in more trouble. So, she won't yell at you that bad without, because you're already in trouble, so might as well do more trouble, right? And she said, and Izuku says, I don't want to be grounded for a month. And he was saying that in a sarcasm voice, but also in a yelling voice, basically. And Monichi sees the way he's acting. Okay, yeah, but, well, if you don't mind, but I just want to hang out with you alone. She looks away. And Izuku says, yeah, alone. And she says, Izuku. And he says, yeah. Are you free, this Saturday? It's a Friday, so that's how I'm making it into the story. And he says, yeah, why? Well, I was wondering, if you would, this is quite embarrassing, but would you want to go on, just hang out, you and me, by ourselves? She says. And she has, her fingers crossed behind her back, and it looks like she's itching, basically, to show the girls that she's not actually into Midoriya, just how to go. with it. And he says, sure. So it would be like a type of date, he says? Well, actually, yes. I actually wanted to go on a date with you. If that wasn't too hard. And Izuku says, well, this isn't like you, but just because he breathes in, he breathes out, and gets his composure, his confidence back, basically, and saying, well then. And he grabs more confidence than he usually does. And, well, he grabs her chin and says, well, are you trying to flirt with me now, are you? Well, if you are, it works. It worked on me. I wasn't and then he lets go of her chin, basically, and saying, well, it worked on me, but it won't work on me on the second time. I've been flirted to by so many girls. It won't work that easily. But if you're asking me on a date, I'll still be friends with you. But he's just acting this cool exterior, basically. He's putting on a mask. Internally, we go inside of his mind. He's screaming out, saying, oh my god, she likes me. Oh my god, she likes me. Oh my god, she likes me. Oh my god. So basically, like that is what is happening. And we cut back to reality. Sorry if you hear any noise upstairs. Well, after that, well, we cut over to Saturday. And the date. Quotations. So, just give me a second. So, I had to edit a picture to let you guys know. So, it was actually this at the start. It was Kendo and Monoma. I could not find a female Monoma picture that was on a date with Deku. So, I had to change it the first time. And then I had to change it the second time. So, in reality, this is what Izuku's hair looks like. It's more yellowish. And just imagine this is blonde. I can't change it anymore without consequences, so just deal with it. So imagine this one is not Kendo, it's Monoma. And this one is Deku. So just imagine that. I said that multiple times, so just imagine. So this is the new picture that I'm staying with right now anyway. It took me about a couple minutes. But anyway, so after this, when my phone hits some 15, I'm going to stop recording and sorry about that, but let's continue. Okay, so we skipped to Saturday, and to fit the picture anyway, they were going to a fancy restaurant. He told his mother that he was going on to a date.
Are you still making YouTube videos?
Okay, sorry about that. Multiple sorries in this video now. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. They're going to a fancy restaurant, and well, his mother, Izuku's mother, well, decided to put him in a suit. He's not wearing this exact suit. Give me a second. Where would it be? I know I have it here. Where is it? Sorry again. My idiot uncle made me pause my recording. Not pausing it. But anyway, so you understand. So now I have to start all over. Okay. Not all over, but this is the suit he's on the date with. And, well, my thumb is at 16%, so I have to cut it short. So, bye, like and comment, and subscribe if you want, if you like my content, anyway. Not that I'm just doing this for fun, and plus, with the corona out, I'm just bored. So, see ya.